That's with the engine started, aircon running. That's how quiet. And I'm not saying this because, Kia is footing my salary. The shortfalls of this car, such as going up, attacking the hills, cornering, no, this is not going to give you that sort of... Hello everybody, this is Adrian from WapCar.my and I'm all about the details. This is perhaps going to be my most mundane review I've ever done because I only have 3 words for the all-new Kia Sportage. I love it. This is the 5th generation Kia Sportage and it's also the 6th Kia model to be launched in Malaysia under Brahma's Auto or BAuto's care. There are 4 variants available, priced from 145,000 ringgit, while this range-topping 1.6 turbo all-wheel drive high variant retails for 185,000 ringgit. The Sportage is not a stranger. The Sportage nameplate actually has been in Malaysia since the early 2000s and owners applaud it for its comfort, reliability, practicality. It's a check all the right boxes for a decent family SUV. Now, with over 20 years of foundation laid out for the Sportage and with BAuto backing up its sales and services, trust that you are not taking a gamble with a Kia Sportage. I'm truly intrigued by the design of the new generation Kia Sportage. It's very Korean, big, bold, beautiful, and not over the top. I particularly like the arrow-shaped LED daytime running lights as well as the rear quarters, these 2 design elements on the car. And just like the Honda CR-V, I truly appreciate that it has right-sized 18-inch alloys wrapped around thick 235/60 profile rubbers. It's an SUV that you can actually take it to light off-roading without having to worry to curbing a wheel or puncturing the tires. And on the Sportage, I think it fills up the wheel arches just nice. Any modern Kia that's equipped with a power tailgate, there's this function where when you have the keys in your pocket, approach to the rear of the car and let the car beep 5 times and the power tailgate just automatically pops up. Now, Kia Malaysia has not disclosed the official boot space figures for the Kia Sportage, but it's definitely more than enough for the family. I can easily fit 4 suitcases and more, and I've used it over the Chinese New Year break, Balik Kampung, for 4 adults. I didn't have to play Tetris to shove all my stuff into the boot of the Kia Sportage. So to me, this is very, very practical. And underneath here, there's a space saver spare wheel. Throughout my time with the Kia Sportage, a lot of people have asked me whether is this an EV or is it a petrol. And here's why. That's with the engine started, aircon running. That's how quiet the Kia Sportage is. First impressions of the cabin is meh. But after you spend some time with it, you will truly appreciate how functional the cabin of the Kia Sorento is. Now, for starters, the importance are this widescreen display here that houses your instrument cluster as well as the infotainment screen. The display, the graphics is very crisp, high resolution, and it's just so legible and easy to use. I much prefer this than complicated, complex screens. Now, over here, this is a touch panel. How it works is that it's able to toggle between your climate control settings as well as your infotainment settings. Now, this control panel is the same one as seen in the Kia EV6. Now, the EV6 costs you about close to 300,000 ringgit and you're getting it right here. And initially, it's a bit confusing to use, but after, playing with it, you get used to it in no time. Now, over here, the rotary gear selector, as well as the drive mode selector, as well as the differential locks is all centered right here. Other things that I truly appreciate and love about the cabin in here is the storage and practicality. Now, you might see that the side door bins is not able to fit a large size water bottle. However, the center here, we're able to fit 2. Now, over here, there's a bit of storage spaces, a decent amount of center armrests. After spending a good 2 weeks in this Kia Sportage and interacting with the car using it day-to-day basis, some practical functions like the 360-degree camera, which is super clear, and the quiet cabin, the decent build quality, superb and solid. I think all of this just trumps the shortfalls of this car, such as manual passenger seats and non-auto up and down for all 4 windows, only the driver's side. I can look past all of those because the practicality in here, the comfort, the quality, the features that I'll use day in and out are just so easily laid out. I can look past this too. The Kia Sportage boasts one of the longest wheelbase in class, 2,755mm. That's longer than a Honda CR-V. But that does not exactly translate into cabin space. Yes and no. I have the front seat adjusted to my usual driving position, and I'm 175 cm tall. I have about 3 tennis balls worth of knee room. You get more knee room in a Honda CR-V. Space in the footwell is aplenty. I'm able to comfortably slot my feet underneath the front seat for a more comfortable sitting position. However, the USP in the Kia Sportage, the rear seats, is this. The ability to recline all the way down for a lounge-like experience. Just look at the way my posture I'm seated. I have very good thigh support. I'm able to comfortably stretch my feet and lean back and lay back. Passengers in the rear seats have complimented that they're able to comfortably sleep in the car, no issues, even with my highway driving. Now, amenities in here are plenty. You get these hooks for your jackets, bags, or whatever. And over here, 2 direct hooks, USB Type-C charging ports on both sides, rear air vents, as well as a storage space for you to place your phone. Center armrest with 2 cup holders.
I'm drowning again. Can't feel my face.
And on the move, the Sportage is actually very quiet. First thing that stood out to me is how refined the cabin is. At highway speeds, in town, in cities, with motorcycles, lorries passing by, it's just a very well insulated cabin. And that's one of the USPs of Kia models actually. They're all very quiet. Just as this we're pulling around town, the engine is quiet, transmission is smooth, and you don't get a lot of ambient noise coming into the cabin. Yeah, I think this is a very refined car. In terms of driving dynamics, the Kia Sportage is anything but exciting. It's, I would say, dull, but that's not exactly a bad thing because it does the everyday stuff so well. The suspension is so well sorted, the engine and transmission is well calibrated, it's smooth, the steering is light, nice and easy. Pulling around town in this size of SUV is just effortless. And I think that's the best part about this car. If you use it every day, you will love it. If you're out for a Sunday drive, going up, attacking the hills, cornering, yeah, no, this is not going to give you that sort of adrenaline rush. This, it'll do your day-to-day stuff in comfort, in style, and you just feel so relaxed, energized when you arrive at your destination. And on a highway, long distance drives, as I've done over 1,000 kilometers during the Chinese New Year break, the Kia Sportage actually gives me a lot of confidence on highway speeds. And most importantly, when I arrive at my destination, I don't feel like, oh, I've done a very long drive, I've done a 3-4 hour drive non-stop. Instead, I feel that, oh, that's it? Oh, we've arrived. That's because the car is just so easy to drive. It's just so easy to navigate. And with the ADAS available on board, I think it's very well calibrated, very suitable for our highway as well as our traffic conditions. What it's not very good at is the city speeds. Now, this car has low speed follow, which is able to follow the car in traffic jams. I think it's when below 20 kilometers per hour, when the 7-speed dual-clutch transmission is in first and second gear, when it's navigating between those two, it can feel a little bit jerky. But anything above 20 kilometers per hour, you are fine. You will just be relaxed, laid back, and let the car drive it along. Compared against cars of its segment, I think that the Kia Sportage is really punching above its weight. The driving dynamics, the comfort levels, the refinement, I feel that it's actually closer to what you get in a BMW X1, Lexus NX, that sort of category of cars. And I'm not saying this because, Kia is footing my salary. What I'm experiencing here is a car that is just so good at everyday use case scenario. Like now, I'm stuck in traffic, goes effortlessly, smoothly, so quiet, practical. I have a boot full of luggage. Yeah, so this Kia Sportage actually is quite surprising to me. I've taken my family and I back to our hometown in Muar for Chinese New Year holidays. And I've traveled 548.5 kilometers. This is 50-50 highway and city driving. The onboard fuel consumption is 8.5 liters. I still have less than a quarter tank left. Remaining mileage is 75 kilometers. Now, mind you, this is a brand new car. I've not even hit 1,000 kilometers on the odometer, only 805 kilometers. Now, let's see how much it costs to fill it up. The convenience features in here that I use every day all comes into play to make my driving a whole lot more convenient. So for example, the 360-degree camera is super clear. The wireless Apple CarPlay just connects to the infotainment system every single time I hop into the car. And most importantly is the adaptive cruise control. This operates very much like an EV. Now what I mean is that when you're push of a button, it immediately goes into the speed that you're at and activates the adaptive cruise control. So in a lot of other cars, once you press the adaptive cruise button, it turns on the system and then you have to set the speed or resume the your desired speed, then adaptive cruise control comes into play. But no, this one here is just a push of a button, it's active and immediately just follows the car in front of you. So what Kia has done is really drilling down all the details, the fine details for everyday driving. I think this is perfect. But if you ask me, is it worth 185,000 ringgit for this range-topping variant? To me, I'm actually quite hard to be convinced to put this amount of money for all-wheel drive system as well as the Harman Kardon sound system. I think that the Harman Kardon sound system sounds quite average. It lacks that kind of clarity. It sounds quite dull. There's no sparkle in the sound reproduction when you're coming through the speakers. So I think that it's okay if you forego the all-wheel drive system, you forego the Harman Kardon sound system, and save you a couple of $1,000 to enjoy this car. Definitely go for the turbo engine if you want that sort of effortless performance. Well, granted, the 2-liter naturally aspirated engine is quite peppy as well, and you won't feel that you're shortchanged or losing out too much in terms of the performance. So yeah, I think that the top spec range topping one, unless you really want the all-wheel drive system and you really love having the Harman Kardon words embroidered onto the speaker covers, otherwise, yeah, I think I would go for the 1.6 front-wheel drive variant.
See you every night after night. Can we forget about time? 'Cause I wanna adore you. Oh, I wanna make you mine.
While on-paper specs and figures may not impress you, or it doesn't have the kind of showroom appeal as other, especially Chinese models, but the Kia Sportage has this very strong appeal to me, which is it's very usable. It's a car SUV that I'm going to use it every day and I will have no complaints, and I will love it every single time of the year. Doesn't matter whether I'm driving in the city, highway balik kampung, or if I'm going for camping, slight off-roading. I think this Kia Sportage would give me and satisfy all of my use cases on the road. And for that, I love the Kia Sportage. And not only that, BAuto is also offering 5 years of free service, maintenance and warranty, which, yeah, you don't have to worry for the next 5 years after purchasing your car. I think this is a strong testament that the Kia Sportage is definitely worth your consideration and your time to take it out on a test drive at the showroom near you. So yeah, let me know in the comment section below, what do you think of the Kia Sportage? Like it or hate it? As always, thanks for watching. We hope you enjoyed this video. Make sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel for more videos like this.